Hey guys, I thought I'd show you my Snow Peak fireplace. I've seen a couple of reviews online. It's just kind of adding to the noise, the social media noise. And I'm really excited about it because it's special. So, here in Britain, where we are, you can't easily have a fire at a campsite. And by easily, I mean most likely they'll say no. Sometimes they say yes, you can if you have a fire pit. And hence, this makes it incredibly valuable. And that kind of explains the price. I understand the Japanese could probably have the same problem as the UK with campfires. And that's why there's a market for something as expensive and as well made as this fire pit from Snow Peak. Now, Snow Peak is an amazing brand. It's kind of they're an interesting one. So they do make a lot of stuff for camping. They also make some incredibly high quality titanium stuff for proper mountaineering. But they're not a big brand. They don't have like massive lines of products as you would expect from something like MSR or even Primus. There you go. But what they do make is incredibly high quality, and they have like this very interesting model where you buy something and then you can buy endless extensions. So when you look at something from Snow Peak, expect it to cost a lot more than what sort of the ticker says, because like with this fireplace, so you buy the fireplace, but it doesn't include the bag, right? Of course you want a bag. It does not include the bag, and it does not include the grill. It does not include. There's like oh my god. There's like what's it called? Like a charcoal plate underneath to give it a bit more air. And then there's extended walls and fire shield for the ground, and then like a little base for the ground. So I think there's probably 8 extensions you can buy for this. So if you buy all in, you're probably spending close to $600 dollars or pounds or euros, wherever you're buying it. So that is the fireplace. So you go online, and this fireplace is medium size, which, as you can see, is tiny, right? So that is going to be your size A cross. That is what, like 20, I think that's 28 centimeters. Literally the size of a laptop. Where is my laptop? I can measure it with laptops. So this laptop is 9 inches. Yeah. It's literally the size of a very small laptop. That cost £140. That's extra. The bag is extra. And there's a lot more extras I didn't even look at buying. Anyway. This is the base plate to protect the grass from... Well, that's an interesting one. So they say it's protect the grass from charcoals falling through the fire pit, but there's no air inlet in the fire pit. So I can't think of charcoals actually being able to leave the fire pit, because as you can see here, there's no inlets. I mean, the inlets are quite high up. So I think what you're buying this for is it's kind of a heat shield to protect the grass. Kind of the very reason why they ban it in the UK, like the ban fire pits in the UK, and open fires. However, so this was, how much does it cost? So that's around £20, and I would suggest just going and buying a fiberglass roll-up mat from the Chinese for £6. But I thought I'd go for the whole set. Now here is the grill, is this thing. This kind of like a resting grill for charcoals. There is an English name for it, I don't remember. And it's about this size. Heavy as fuck. We're not going to look at it just yet. Let's open this up. This is like a Casio watch. Nice. It's interesting, I'm handier with my left hand. Okay, one. And two. So this is where the money is. Because it is so much different. It's so much more high tech than any of the folding barbecues you can buy for like 40, 60 pounds. This is different. Well, if I learn how to unfold it properly. Yeah. You see, that's it. It's a single piece, all hinged up, so there's no catches, no latches, no nothing. Stainless steel, really thick stainless steel. I believe it's 1.4 millimeters, which is thick because I have like a barbecue with skewers, sort of Iranian Russian style barbecue, and it's made of sheet steel, so sort of water jet cut. And I think it's 0.8 to 0.6. You can literally bend it with your fingers on the edges, and also the edges here are all they're all sort of caged in this very thick stainless steel rod or wire. So you really cannot bend it. You can't bump it and bend a corner. It's all incredibly sturdy. It's all incredibly sturdy. Fantastic. Now, in terms of the size, let's take our ThinkPad. That's a carbon, so it's a small ThinkPad. I think it's like 9 by 11 inches. There you go. You can burn your ThinkPad carbons in there very easily. So that's sort of to give you an idea. I think it's kind of the size of a small MacBook, yeah. A small 14-inch screen. Very good, very good. Now that base plate I mentioned before, that goes on the bottom. And the fire pit slots right in. I'm not sure, now I'm looking at it, I'm not sure, ouch. Here, sorry. I'm not sure it's a very good use of your money. It's okay, and it goes in these little holes, so these are holes, it's just sheet steel, right? It's there to protect the ground from the heat, but I honestly think that you'd be much better off actually just getting, like, if you go on AliExpress, there's like a roll-up glass fiberglass mat. You can buy, I think it's 6 or 8 quid delivered. Just use that. This is like a baking tray. It's an overpriced baking tray. I don't think there's a value in that, and I can't see it being particularly heat resistant, as I mean it's quite conductive. It's also steel. It doesn't strike me as stainless steel either, because it's all painted like a baking tray, so it's sort of covered in enamel of some kind. And for 20 to 40 that it costs, you'd be better off for something else. Now let's look at this. What's it called? I always forget what it's called. So people who own fireplaces would know. I obviously don't own a fireplace. So for me, it's an unusual item. And that was 40 extra. But I think there's value in it. It's a very strange kind of value, because it's expensive. Its sole purpose is to give you a base here with holes in it for air to go through, for charcoals to rest, literally. How do I open it up? Okay, maybe not this side, maybe the other side. Click. Ah, come on. Ta-dum. And it's heavy. So the problem is, I don't quite understand why they made it from cast iron. And it's really thick cast iron. It's like 8mm thick cast iron. You put it in here. So you kill the volume of this completely. So I think as a more permanent solution, I can see the point. But he sort of just hollowed it out, like shallowed it out to... I don't have a rule, I've just got this. God, it's like literally 50 mil deep. So it's 2 inches deep with that thing. So I can imagine it kind of becomes less of a ball and more of a surface fire with a lot more air going through. Will probably make it a lot more efficient than burning stuff. Now, do you want your fire pit to be efficient? I don't think so. Because I'd rather see it go for a long time. But I also think that once it fills up with charcoal or unburned timber there on the bottom, it will perform a very similar function to that grill. And it doesn't... This grill is dead weight, so that is not dead weight that you have to lug with you in the car. So you get to the campsite, you take this grill, put it in there, and it serves no purpose I can think of. So definitely not worth 40 quid you're paying for it. I guess if you get it as part of a bundle, yeah, but it's really heavy. It's kind of most of the weight of this kit. And also, I really don't like items which have no other use. And this, it's no other use for this. Can you use it to fry something? Like maybe at a stretch, but because this is generally so shallow, there isn't enough space here for charcoals to put underneath the grill. So you can fry anything on it. And then obviously you'd have to clean it, which is a pain. Oh, I should have just gone for this. Should have just gone for this. So that was not a very good use of money. But anyway, as a fire pit, I think it's ingenious. I think it's really good. It's fairly small, and if you're a single traveler, I think you can go for the small version. So this is medium, and the small version is probably that much smaller, and it will make perfect sense to me. Because when I'm at a campsite, I think... So I got the medium because in case, I go with someone else, it is a nicer fire for 2 or maybe even like 4 people. It's still a small fire, but I think the small one for 2+ would be too small. This one is all right, but I don't know, actually I'm thinking of it. Maybe going small is enough, because if you want a big fire, there's so many other solutions you can go for. When you go for a bigger fire, size of the fire pit is not that much of an issue. With this one, I'd say go small. Just go small. Because the ideology of this is to be incredibly compact, incredibly small. Forget that cast iron grill. You don't need that. Forget that. You probably don't even need... You don't even need the bag. I mean, the bag is nice. You can see how it slots in. So it's curved, and that is the curvature of the legs, I guess. It just sort of legs down, the heavy bit up. So I guess, it's nice to have a bag which actually fits. You're not spending $100+ on something which you're gonna then like wrap up into like little bit of old pair of jeans or a t-shirt, right? So go for the bag. But in terms of everything else, like this base plate, that I don't think it's really worth it. So actually, it makes me think that I should probably... I hate returning things because it's not fair. It's not fair on the company. And I used to sell stuff online. I understand how much pain returns cause. But I just can't see the use for this plate. And why is it cast iron is a mystery to me. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavier than everything else put together. And the whole point of this is to be a portable little fire pit. You know what I think it does? So they sell these walls. It's like 4 walls that go around, and that deepens it out a lot. And then you can put like a barbecue grill on top and so on. If you put the walls on, then this makes a lot more sense because it's deeper and you need a lot more air going through. But without the walls, this is just like a surface. It's just a surface, and there's no place for it in the bag, because there's a little pocket in the bag, but it doesn't take the grill. Well, there you go. There you have it. An excellent fire pit. I think it's excellent. I haven't used it. I haven't ever used it, but I can tell you that it is excellent for what it is. But all the extras, not so sure about. You guys take care. Enjoy your camping. Enjoy whatever you like doing in life. And goodbye.